Hello guys, welcome اليوم LegalTech Evolution Understanding the Impact of AI on Legal. قررنا نعمل هذا الايفنت اليوم بس كمان نقدر نعمل awareness جديد على AI ونبلش نعرف lawyers على future lawyers that are coming, which are you guys in 3 to 5 years later. Today نحن we are joined by Group Zaka. Group Zaka هني شغلتهم they are an AI education company وبيسكلي بيشتغلوا تعلموا التلاميذ عن يبلشوا من الزيرو تيصيروا اكسبرتس بالاي اي. واكيد مثل ما بتعرفوا صادر إلا من 1863 بالسوق، وهلا نحن عم نتطور وجاي بنفتح البواب للستودنتس وللبروفيشنالز تيقدروا يخرقوا هذا السوق الجديد ويقدروا تو كومبيت on a bigger stage. اليوم نحن الاوتلاين تبعنا رح يكون بريف، رح يكون انتروداكشن على كل شيء ورح نفوتكم بكم ديتيلز از ويل ونفرجيكم على شو جاي later on. So basically نحن عنا اليوم بدنا نحكي عن digital transformation, big data analytics, artificial intelligence, data and cybersecurity, and blockchain و cryptocurrency. وأكيد بدنا نحكي كمان عن legal implications اللي عم بتصير بهذا الدومين as well. So رح أعطي هلا الحكي لمراد. مراد he is a AI educator بزكا و he's an expert in this field. وبasically شو ما بدكم تسألوه عن التكنيكال عند مراد. And also during this presentation, we also have Tina SADER معنا. Tina is a lawyer and has a master's in IP, she's an IP consultant at SADER as well. And she will be handling anything from the legal side. ورح تجاوبكم على الأسئلة اللي أوقات معقول تكون legal اللي مراد ما حيقدر يجاوب عليها، أكيد تينا رح تجاوب عليها. Hopefully we're gonna have a nice session.
Welcome again, everyone. Before we begin, let me ask you this question. Why are we here? يعني إنه نحن as legal, let's say, إنه شو جايين نعمل؟ إنه شو خصنا بالAI? For sure هيدي الأيديا يعني أنتوا بتعرفوا إنه digital transformation is disrupting any kind of industry, for sure, including the legal industry. فالسبب يلي أنتوا جايين وراه اليوم لازم نعرف as lawyers كيف نحن بدنا how to use AI, how to use digital transformation لحتى نقدر نضل بالcompetition، لحتى نقدر نضل بالماركت. لأنه I think all of you know إنه إذا نحن we didn't leverage the digital transformation AI etc بشغلنا we were left behind. نحن حنضل ورا. Okay. ف during this presentation أكيد هي حتكون شوي introductory، ما رح نفوت كتير deep بالAI so don't worry، منا technical. حنبلش ب digital transformation. What do you mean by digital transformation؟ وحنعرف إنه digital transformation فيها multi branches. Let's say big data, artificial intelligence, blockchain, cryptocurrency. هل يمكن تسألوا مثلا why do we need blockchain? Why do we need crypto? For example, let's say إنه crypto or blockchain كلنا بنحلم إنه يصير عنا like system decentralized. مزبوط؟ نحن بهمنا بالإدارة يكون عنا decentralization. Okay. الديجيتال وورد من زمان صار بالdecentralization. Okay, so why not like to use the blockchain حتى نقدر نحن المانجمنت تبعنا يكون decentralized. Okay, this is an example إنه شو خص هودي كلهم ب our work. This is one of the examples. Okay, as you can see إنه بشكل كتير بسيط شو digital transformation إنه نقدر نعمل integration لكل شيء digital technology بال companies operations. بس نحكي companies operations أكيد أنتوا فكروا بال digital side of things وبال legal side of things كيف بدنا to combine these assets together. Okay. I think you know Jeff Bezos, right? Amazon industry. Okay. خلينا نشوف شو الكود اللي بيقولون جيف بيزوس شو خصهم بالديجيتال ترانسفورميشن. he said, there is no alternative to digital transformation. Visionary companies will carve out new strategic options for themselves. Those that do not adapt will fail. اوكي بتصور واضحه يعني بحيلا اندستري المفروض يكون عندنا فيجن يمكن مش قد جيف بيزوس اوكي بس انه واحد لازم يشوف انه in the future شو لازم يعمل and start preparing from now. اوكي نرجع لنفس السبب انه نحن اذا ما قدرنا نعرف كيف to use digital transformation in the legal tech, for sure we are way behind. So هلا تنعرف اكثر شوي like the link between digital transformation والlegal side. خلينا نحكي شوي عن digitization والdigitalization. إذا سامعين بهودي two terms, they are quite a little bit different. Okay? So إذا عم نحكي عن digitization هي إنه كيف let's say نحول الأسيت اللي عنا إياه let's say paper as a lawyer. أنا معي كتير papers, these are analog. Okay? So I have to digitize. أنا عندي هيدا الأسيت لازم حوله لشيء ديجيتال لحتى بعدين نقدر نستعمله بالديجيتال وورد. Okay? I think this is easy, right, to understand. Not to perform, okay, but this is the concept that بدنا نمشي فيهم. Okay? And we have to mention as lawyers you are a source of data, a big amount of data generated by lawyers. Okay? هلا ليه عم بقول data؟ لأنه data is the fuel for the digital transformation. Without data نحن ما فينا نعمل شيء. Moving on, a couple of examples. I think you know about like digital signature. بدل ما الواحد يمضي بالحبر بالإنك. Okay, you can sign digitally وهذا شيء like secured. لأنه أنت لما بتعمل digital signature هيدي it's your information. It is encrypted. It is protected. هذا فيه مثلا let's say to forge your signature. Moving to another example, the famous example of course, اللي هو scanning, right? The scanning technology أكيد equipped with AI, along with AI, بتخلينا نفهم شو عم نعمل scan. Okay? This is what we call the optical character recognition. نحن بس نعمل scan, it is an image. مزبوط؟ بس نعمل scan لصورة هيدي image. Okay. هلا ال AI وال OCR يخلونا to understand the image يحولوها ل editable file فينا نغير فيه. Okay? As simple as that. For sure you know this example. It's a simple one. VHS to DVDs, Blu-rays. They are all examples of digital transformation. Of course, the famous Netflix platform. Now, with Netflix, it is an example of digitalization. Now, what is the difference between digitalization? Any idea?
It's the business context of using the digital.
Yes, exactly.
Producing new output.
Yes, thank you. So, digitalization, it is the process of using these digital assets تنقدر نعمل هالdigital transformation. And the most important element of digitalization is us, is the people. نحن بدنا هيدي البروسس people are included. نحن بدنا نعمل هيدا البروسس to help us after all. Okay? Another example of digitalization is the use, from our mobile. We can like open a bank account. We can do all, let's say, the money transactions that we want. Okay? نحن قاعدين بالبيت يعني. as you know قصة نحن قاعدين بالبيت هيدي أكتر شيء after the COVID, right? After the pandemic. So we really needed this digital transformation. Another example of digitalization, you know it, how to buy and sell products on Amazon. Again, how the business booming بالperiod اللي اجت بعد البانديميك. Another famous example of digitalization is, Tesla cars, electric cars. These are digital transformation as well. It's clear from these examples إنه digital transformation are everywhere. Digital transformation concept is everywhere. Now, moving on to the digital transformation in legal industry, I will leave for sure this part to Tina.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here. رح أحكيكم شوي من ال legal part تبع الأشياء. I'm not a lawyer, but I have a legal background. عاملة droit بلبنان بالسجز وعندي a master's in intellectual property. So الأشياء هلأ رح أحكيها كان كتير صعب علي إنه أفهم شو عم بيصير بالartificial intelligence. ما كانت كتير هينة علي إنه شارك بهذا الشيء لأنه كان كتير أخذت مني وقت إنه أفهم كيف بتصير الأشياء وكيف عم نتعلم هول الأشياء بلا قصدنا ولنقدر نتطور شوي بالlaw firms تبعنا. فهون بدي أحكي عن traditional law firms. ما بقى في law firms traditional ما بيعرفوا يستعملوا إيميل. ما بقى فينا نتواصل مع بعض إلا بالإيميل. ما بقى في مكاتيب، ما بقى في شيء. مجبورين إنه نكون عم ننتقل ل transformation, digital transformation بقلب law firms تبعنا. مثل ما قال مراد إنه الكوفيد هو اللي مثل حمس العالم إنه تبلش تتعلم بلا قصده على هيدا التطور اللي اجى علينا فجأة. وهو كان بلش من زمان وهلا عم بيتطور أكتر بكتير. كوفيد حمسنا وكل شيء صار أونلاين. في عالم ما كانت تعرف أونلاين ومن وراء كوفيد جبرت إنه تتعلم كيف تستعمل الأشياء أونلاين. باللو فيرمز مجبورين إنه عم بيكونوا more flexible مع العالم. يتقبلوا إنه في generation جديدة عم تستعمل كل هول التكنولوجيز لتقدر تقلع ولا تقدر تفوت بالجو تبع هلا الليجل سيكتور اللي هو عم بيتغير بسرعة. بدون الكلاينتس تبع اللويرز رح يكونوا عم بيستعملوا كل شيء AI وكل شيء ديجيتال كرمال to reduce cost أحسن ما حدا يعملون عنهم. وبدهم يبلشوا يلاقوا طريقة إنه يمكن يعطوا المعاش للشخص اللي عم يشتغل بلاw firm بطريقة غير، يعني مش بس يعطون اياه بس كرمال الشغل اللي طلعه، بس how creative كان هيدا الإنسان لطلع هيدا الشغل، لأنه صار في كتير إشياء عم بتساعد له يطلع هيك نوع شغل. إذا الواحد كتب كونترا صار كتير هين إنه الواحد يكتب كونترا على أونلاين على حيالله طول اخترعوه، بس شو هو الكونترا وشو الاشياء الكرياتيف اللي عم بيكون فيها وعم بيكتب فيها وقديش هو حاطط من قلبه وعم بيجرب يشتغل مزبوط ليطلع بهذا الكونترا. هون ساعتها الواحد بده يكافئ الشخص. واللي بدهم يتوظفوا هلا باللو فيرمز لازم يكون عندهم ايموشنال انتليجنس. رح نرجع نحكي عنها اكثر بعدين، بس بدنا نركز كمان مش بس على artificial intelligence، emotional intelligence كمان كثير مهمه، والتكنولوجيكال سكيلز هيدول بيجوا مع هلا هيدا التطور. اوكي بدها تتغير مثل ما قلت قبل شوي، هيدا يصير فيها الترانسفورميشن الكبيره باللو فيرمز. اول شيء اللويرز بدهم يكونوا عندهم تريند على اشياء جديده، ما فيهم لحالهم يكتشفوا كل هول الاي اي تولز اللي رح نحكي عنهم بعد شوي مع مراد بلا ما يكونوا عاملين تريننجز. ونفس الشيء للستودنتس، انا برايي انه لازم يبلشوا الستودنتس من وقت الجامعه يبلشوا يشتغلوا على حالهم ليفهموا شو يعني هيدي التكنولوجيز اللي عم تخلق جديده. يعني يكون في كورس بالجامعه عم بيحكي انه في هالقد تطور بسرعه عم بيصير، لازم تكونوا عم بتواكبوه. الكورسز يعني واحد مثل الكورس السيفل لو، لا لازم يكون في كمان تكنولوجي، لازم يكون في عم بيعلمون التكنولوجيكال سكيلز للتلاميذ. هدول كلهم بالتريننجز. وكمان حتى اللي قلت عنها انه الايكونوميك والفاينانشال لازم يتغيروا بالشرك وبالكومبانيز يعطوا المصاري لعالم عن جد كفؤين، لانه صار في كتير محلات عم بيقدروا يعملوا الشغل اللي كانوا العالم كانوا يعملوه بدل ما يعملوه هلا الماشينز والاي اي وكل ترانسفورميشنز اللي عم بيصيروا. هلا رح احكي شوي لو فيرمز كيف عم بيصيروا وكيف احسن يصيروا. الفلات ستراكشر لللو فيرم يعني جاي هوريزونتال مش فيرتيكال. الفرق هو انه ما في بيراميد، ما في عالم فوق وعالم بالنص وعالم تحت. العالم كلها عم تشتغل، الموظفين عم تشتغل بنفس الطريق، يعني كلهم عندهم جول بدهم يوصلوا له، بس الفرق الوحيد هو انه كل تيم عم بيركز على موضوع معين. هيدي الشغله كتير مهمه، انه نكون كلنا عم نمشي بنفس الطريق ونركز على شيء. اذا سيكتورز بالليجل سيكتور مثلا فاشن، سبور، الكول، وات ايفر، بس نكون عم نركز على موضوع معين، وهيك مثل بيخلق مواضيع جديده، والواحد بيقدر يكون كفؤ بشغله معينه كتير. اوكي، حدا عنده شي سؤال او ما فهم شو الفلات ستراكشر على القد، او عنده شيء اقتراح مثلا عن الفلات ستراكشر تبع اللو فيرمز، او حدا بي لو فيرم معتمد الفلات ستراكشر وعم بيعاني من موضوع معين؟ لا. اوكي، شو البنفيتس تبع هالفلات ستراكشر؟ اول شيء بيصير في كوميونيكاسيون اكثر بين العالم بالتيمز تبعهم، بيحكوا مع بعض لانه كلهم واصلين على نفس الهدف، كلهم عندهم جول بدهم يوصلوا له، فمجبورين يكونوا عم بيعملوا كوميونيكيشن. تاني شغله انه ما بقى في حدا اعلى من الثاني، كلهم بنفس المستوى، كلهم عم بيشتغلوا لنفس الشيء وكلهم مع بعضهم، بس بيعطوا الجواب لحدا شخص اعلى يمكن بس كرمال يكون في مصداقيه بكل الاشياء اللي عم بيعملوها. تيمز عم بيشتغلوا مع بعض لجول واحد، هيدا اهم شيء، وكل شيء بيصير اسرع وسامبل اكثر، لانه ما بقى في مليون حدا عم تمرق عليه الديسيجنز. خلص عملوا ديسيجن هيدا التيم لانه دايرتين عليها وخالصين، رح يمرق على شخص واحد ودغري تتاخذ الديسيجن ايه او لا، وهيدا هي. اوكي، بعد شيء قد ايه هين التعامل بهيك نوع لو فيرم، لانه ما بقى في حدا عم بيخاف من حدا تاني، ما بقى في حدا عم بيستحي يعطي شيء، لانه كل حدا عنده دور وكل حدا مقدر شو عنده وشو دارس وشو بيقدر يعطي. ما بقى في وقت حدا يكون عارف انه مقدرينه بشركته وما في حدا اعلى منه عم بيكون متسلط عليه، رح يكون هو كونفيدنت اكثر ورح يطلع بشغل احلى بكتير. هيدا بعتقد انه الكل بيكون مبسوط اذا كان عن جد حدا عارف وين هو قيمته بالشركه، لو شو ما كان عامل لا ولا مش لا يعني.
Let's suppose انه نحن بدنا we want to apply digital transformation ب law firm. Where do you think should we start, or what kind of technology should we use? نحن كlawyers let's say، عم بعتبر هلا أنا lawyer مثلكم، right؟ كيف what is the first step? What do we need to start? Okay? Usually exactly. فإذا معلومات data. Other than that, so I think it's obvious, right? So we need to start collecting data. As I've told you, lawyers are rich with data, okay? I know يعني كل شغلكم drafting documents, contracts, legal assessment, دعاوى، ما بعرف يعني etc. كلهم هودي source of data. Okay? هلا as you can realize أنا ما قلت data. نحن today نحن بنحكي بالbig data. Why? لأنه الداتا اللي عنا إياها is very large، عنا huge amount. أنا مش عم بحكي عن فايل صغير or like a little picture ضبها معي يعني، لا، نحن عم نحكي ب huge amount of data. This is one. هودي الداتا when we collect this data عندها several sources ما بعرف من وين جاي يمكن multimedia يمكن text يمكن sound يمكن video. You all know this famous example. This is Google. For sure Google يعني ما رح يكون عنده a little database to answer our queries. Okay? Google means big data. By the way, do you know what do we mean by Google? Google as a word. Any idea? Other than big number? Sure. Thank you. Google is a number, yes. In fact, it is a number. It is 1 followed by 100 zeros. Okay? So imagine how much is one Google is. Okay? لما اخترعوا جوجل أكيد كانوا our students. Okay? ففكروا إنه شو you know this is like the provision كنا عم نحكي عنه. They know that Google will be like a huge data set, a huge big data. Okay, so why not naming it Google? Another example of big data in the healthcare department, the Mayo Clinic. I don't know if you know the Mayo Clinic case. Again, it is a huge database specifically for medicine. Dolmen group, how they like a group specified by legal tasks معينين, let's say, how they عندهم a huge data, a huge big data. أكيد they leverage AI to analyze this data. how they الفيرم ما بياخدوا case directly. يعني client okay اتصل بهيدي الكومباني I have this X problem okay عم بشرح لهم هي السيستم اللي عندهم because they use digital transformation, they use big data, etc. They already know or they can predict إنه هيدي الcase is like a good case or not. Okay? يعني هون lawyer is not wasting time, let's say, to analyze the case مع الكلاينت. Already the big data والAI هيعطيه some kind of estimation. Okay, this is a good lawsuit or not. Okay? I think this is good for you ولا لا. As lawyers, I think you waste a lot of time, like your first interview with a client, right? So leveraging AI, digital transformation, you as a lawyer go and do your like business, let's say, to represent clients. AI cannot represent clients, so don't worry. You will not be replaced, okay? Moving on to like a famous, another example of using big data, it is the cloud. I know, I think the majority here know or hear about the cloud, right? Cloud, it's this huge storage of data mechanism, right? Now, if you look at the picture, it is literally, if you were in a company and you want to store your information, you need a room like this, okay, to store or to build your own server, okay? That would cost money, it would cost space, maintenance, etc., etc., etc. Today, we don't do this anymore. We use the cloud service, we use their service, we rent this service, and we pay for this service, okay? We don't need any more hardware, okay? We just like, okay, we need this capacity, okay, why not rent this capacity? And yes, the cloud use this concept of pay as you go. I already mentioned that. A couple of examples of the famous clouds, like Microsoft Azure. Now, please, when we expose examples and terms, don't worry about terms, okay? You know, it's not like I want to memorize, okay, services so I can know how to use them, like Azure Blob Storage, Azure Logic Apps, so on. It's not the case. We need you to understand a little background of what's going on, Okay, so when you hear about like cloud in your business as a lawyers, you know a little basics about what cloud can do for you as a lawyer. Okay, now you want a service, go search for a certain service and like investigate how much it would cost. Okay, ما حدا يعني يعلق على terms. No, I want to study AI or let's say another terms. No, it's not about the terms themselves. Okay, we need you to like understand concepts. That's it. So another examples like Google Cloud, another service provider, Amazon, the famous EC2, S3. Okay, again, I'm just mentioning names as examples. Okay, now moving on to something called everything as a service. You all are using this. We all are using everything as a service. Again, we rent the service, we pay for the service. Okay, we need, let's say, 100, I don't know, space. We pay for this 100. Maybe next month we don't need this whole space. Okay, we need, let's say, 25. Okay, we're gonna pay for the 25. Okay, يعني نحن ما بندفع مسبقا. Okay, الشيء اللي عم نستعمله in the cloud, we pay for it. I told you that already. We are all using the everything as a service. Example, Gmail. Anyone without a Gmail here in the room? I suspect. If not Gmail, it's gonna be like email, right? Microsoft. Okay. Some companies, and you know that, have their own mailing system. Again, the Office 365 online. Okay, it is an example of cloud storage. What about WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, right? These companies cannot handle this large amount of data without the big data storage. Okay, the universe is using WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. These are examples of big data by themselves. Okay, now the other famous and the most important technique of them all is as you know, the AI. One of them, let's say the most important or the main important task of artificial intelligence is to analyze. Yes. Any other ideas? Let's link AI to legal. Yes. Exactly. We are trying to mimic a human recognition. Again, mimic, okay? AI is not a human, and it will never be, okay? Just to mention that. Yes, any other? Yes, please. Collection of data. Okay, thank you. Decision making, excellent. Again, any other answer? You can just tell me what you are thinking about. This is the idea. When I tell you AI, okay, AI, legal, what is the relation? Okay, that's it. Any other? Yes, extraction, very good. Machine learning is a subset of AI, very good.
Artificial intelligence is leveraging computer capabilities in order to make decisions based and trained on a certain data set.
Excellent answer. Thank you. Thank you. I think you learned this in college, something? Your own knowledge? Very good. Excellent. Any other answer? Yes? Oh, excellent, excellent side. Yes, AI is for sure used in security, in IT specifically. Yes. Thank you. Any more answers?
As for specific use cases in legal technology, one might use AI, for example, to categorize or to extract certain legal terminology from large amounts of text and to be able to comprehend it or even translate it to layman terms. AI's functionality in the legal industry is growing, but its accuracy is still not all the way there, and it's growing now.
Excellent. Yes, and this is why you as lawyers should use AI. Yes, predicting, analyzing. I have a document. Why should I spend, let's say, 2 to 3 hours searching for like legal terms? Why should I do that? Whereas using AI software can do this for me in seconds, right? And literally in seconds, I'm not kidding. Okay? And AI will not like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to work anymore. It's not gonna happen. It's a machine. Okay? So again, you as lawyers have much or valuable things to do other than sitting on your desks, like trying to analyze documents, contracts, etc. Okay? Now, what about the Internet of Things? Let's move to an example for the sake of time. Okay. I know that you know about Internet of Things, smart homes, right? When we talk about Internet of Things, we are digitalizing, let's say, the home appliances, etc., etc., etc. And when we are able to do this, this digital assets, where we are going to store this information, now you should know. We already talked about that. Yes, excellent. So we are using big data because Internet of Things is delivering a huge amount of data. We cannot store that in a single laptop. Okay? Now, using Internet of Things, as you can see, let's say we are away from home. We want to monitor our home. Okay, this is one of the applications. Okay, we can think about like let's say dishwasher or غسالة مثلا. Okay, we can link that to the internet. We can control almost everything. Okay, just to give you an idea about Internet of Things. I'm not saying that as lawyers إنه بدنا يعني نروح نغسل أو شيء يعني لا مش هالموضوع. Okay, so now what about the blockchain? Why do we need blockchain in legal industry? As I told you, blockchain welcoming us to the world of decentralization, world of security. As lawyers, you should know how to like manipulate something called smart contracts. If you as lawyers, you're gonna code the terms now. Your terms are encoded. No one else can change these terms. Isn't that perfect? Okay? And because it is decentralized, any change that might be occur in this contract, okay, must be formed by a consensus. إنه نحن إذا ما عملنا إجماع على هذا الموضوع, like lawyers, we cannot change anything because if anyone will try to change, everyone else would know about the change. Okay, this is decentralization. So again, decentralization is different from like demanding like a question from a server. Okay. Now, what about cybersecurity? Cybersecurity. What do you mean by cybersecurity? Cybersecurity. Yeah. It is like internally or externally. We are talking about internet or locally. Yes. Yes, networking, excellent. Yes, that's it. Good. And why lawyers should care about cybersecurity? Why should I care? Excellent. We are dealing with clients. They are telling us, I know, secrets, right? There are secrets between a lawyer and the client. So it's our responsibility to secure these data. Okay? In big data, just to tell you some information about something we call like structured data types and structured data type, okay? The structured data types are tables. The unstructured data is the voice, the videos, etc. And we have like in between, we call them semi-structured, okay? Like email. Your email is a semi-structured data, okay? Again, it's not about the terms, okay? Just we want to understand some concepts. Okay, now moving on to if you want to describe the big data, like the big V's, okay, we can start by the most important V, which is the volume, okay? Because again, big data is a huge amount of data, okay? And when I'm talking about a huge amount, let's say this information that telling us by the year of 2025, the amount of data that is online or on the cloud would be like 175 zettabyte. Do you know what zettabyte is? Of course, it is like a huge number. Okay, it's not megabyte. Do you know megabytes? Mega, giga, yes. But do we know zettabyte, betabyte, let's say? Okay, big data is in these numbers. And this is a table just to give you an idea about the information. You look where did we start for the bits? And we are multiplying by 1024 each time until we reach, let's say, etabyte, zettabyte, yottabyte, and yottabyte. Okay, these are like huge numbers. Do you have a question in this slide? Did you realize something? The multiplication part. Let's say the multiplication part. إنه نحن بنعرف مثلا من تنقول كيلو we multiply by usually 1,000. Didn't you realize that we are not multiplying by 1,000? We're multiplying by 1024, simply because in computer science, yes, it is binary. It is 2 power 10. So later on, you just calculate 2 power 10. You're going to find it like 1024. So نحن يعني عندنا الكيلو طابش شوي يعني بيطلع 1024. Okay, this is the base 2. Now, let us imagine إنه بدنا spend a day without big data. بدنا نقعد من دون big data أبدا. شو لازم نعمل؟ What can we do? Looking, of course, at this picture, right? Can we do it? Can you do it? I suspect. كب التليفون تي في بلا ما فيك تطلع بالسيارة لأنه بي tracked by GPS. شو بعد سمارت ووتش كبها. ميديا ممنوع, internet browsing prohibited. هيدا إذا بدك to live without big data. Okay? We have to try it someday, I think. Now, this is the other V of big data, which is velocity. You know, لأنه information ما بتجي بنفس السبيد. You know, أنت إذا عم تستعمل your ATM غير لما تكون عم تعمل, let's say, browsing the stock market, right? Data coming in with different speeds. So this is the another V of the big data. Okay. Moving on, we have variety, of course. We have different sources of data. يعني slide أكيد ما بتساعد ما نحط كل السلايدز. Okay, the famous Google, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, you name it. Okay, this is we call variety of data. The other V is veracity. What do you mean by veracity? Any idea? We can look at the slides, of course. Exactly. Do we need all of the data to be like accurate? Do we believe that using big data will give us always accurate data? Of course not. We cannot follow this. يعني إذا أنا قاعد عم جمع الداتا, it is like huge speed. I cannot say, okay, hold on, let me check you before you pass. We cannot do this with big data. This is why we have to consider the veracity. Okay? Later on, you can check for the value of your data. So, أنت جمعت هيدي الداتا, you already know sources are like different sources. Okay, now I can check for my data. If my data like has many missing values, corrupted values, okay, there's no value here. But other source of data, for sure, will give me a valuable data. This is why you need to analyze your data. Okay? Now, what do we mean by analyze, right? Big data analytics. Someone answered me today about the use of analytics, right? Extraction of information. Excellent. So, using big data, of course, you have the big data here, you analyze, you can decide. Okay? So again, without data, we can do nothing. We use AI, we use machine learning, we use artificial intelligence to analyze data in order to be able to extract valuable information. Okay? And I expect that you need that as lawyers, right? You need. Okay, so how can lawyers benefit from big data analytics? Improving decision making, you already answered this. You can increase efficiency, better client insights, better legal search, for sure, and to improve the contract management. Do any one of you like work with contract managing or like legal search? Not yet. Are you thinking? Legal search, contract management. These are for lawyers, for sure. I think this is your part, right? Because it's IP.
Intellectual property. الملكية الفكرية بالحياة بتقول إنه في ثلاثة أشياء مهمين. أول شيء هي كلها أنا عملتها لأنه it's هيك more artistic, يعني مانا كتير هيك legal وناشفة, بالعكس فيها ألوان, فيها أشكال, فيها books, فيها movies, فيها كتير أشياء حلوين. So mainly هن ثلاثة large أشياء لازم نكون عم نطلع عليهم بالآي بي. أول شيء التريد ماركس. تريد ماركس هي العلامة التجارية اللي بتفرجي شو هي الكومباني, بتقول عن شو بتحكي, أو بتفرجي الايدنتيتي تبع الكومباني أو تبع اللو فيرم أو وات ايفر برودكت عنا إياه بدنا نعمل له تريد مارك. سو هيدي هي التريد مارك, بتتسجل بالدولة عادة للواحد يقدر يحمي حاله من إذا حدا تعدى على التريد مارك تبعه أو حدا عمل مثل اللوجو تبعه. الكوبي رايتس هن أكتر موفيز, بوكس, بينتينجز, بويمز, هيك. الواحد بس يكتب شيء بده ياخد إنه هو الأوثر تبع البرودكت اللي عمله أو وات ايفر اخترع شيء. هيدي هي الكوبي رايت, يعني مش كل شيء فيه يكون كوبي رايتد. مش حيلا حدا فيه يقول هيدي كوبي رايتد أو هيدي تريد مارك. لا, كل شغلة هي مخصصة لموضوع معين أو لسيكتور معين. اوكي. والباتنتس هو براءة الاختراع, يعني بس نخترع شيء لازم يكون تكنيكال, فيه ميكانيزم عم يمشي. يعني ما فينا نقول انه اخترعنا هيدي الشغله بلا ما يكون فيها تكنيكال شيء عملناه فيها. يعني ما بيقدر حدا تاني يرجع يعيد هيدي الشغله. واكيد كل شغله بروتكتد لمده معينه من الزمن. تريد ماركس مثلا 70 سنه او 90 سنه حسب كل بلد, اكيد بيفرق التريد مارك بروتكشن تبعه. واشياء لازم نسجلها واشياء لا. كوبي رايت في مرات بلاد ما ضروري تروح تسجل الكتاب بمحل, فيك تسجله, فيك دغري بس تعمله للكتاب دغري بيطلع لك كوبي رايت. سو هيدا هو الاشياء احنا رجعنا نحكيهم اذا رجعنا عملنا برو فيرجن لهيدا الورك شوب, ساعتها نعرف اكثر ديتاي عن كل سيكتور بالاي بي. اوكي كنت عم بشرحكم عن الباتنتس سو اذا في شيء ميكانيزم ماشي تكنيكال بدنا نرجع نعيده. ما فينا نعمل، رح اعطيكم اكزامبل صغير مثلا تبع الصابون، اذا نتفشها بطريقه رصار، اذا ما كان فيها رصار، في عالم عاملينها بلا رصار، اوكي اللي عملها بلا رصار بده يسجل انه هو عمل هيدا الاختراع بلا رصار وكيف عمله والستبس اللي اخذهم ليقدر يطلع بهيدا البرودكت. هيدا very simple example عن patents. هو الباتنتس اكثر شيء معقد وفيه ديتاي لازم نكون عم نقولها. اوكي هول وفي التريد سيكريتس اللي هن مثلا الريسبي تبع KFC، ماكدونالدز اذا عنده مثلا بيج تيستي صوص، هول الاشياء صغار عن التريد سيكريتس بس بيجوا هن ضمن وحده من هول الثلاثه الكبار. هلا authorship، رح احكي عن authorship بس تعرفوا شو الاوثرشيب انا قصدي فيها. رح اعطيكم اكزامبل. بال 2016 بالفارو ايلاندز اوكي في كان جبل ما عم بيقدروا يوصلوا له بجوجل مابس ليصوروه، سو حطوا ولا سياره ولا شيء قدر يوصل لهيدي الرج سبيس بهيديك المنطقه. سو قرروا انه يبعثوا شيب ويحطوا كاميرا على ظهره ليقدر يصور اللاند ويحطوها على جوجل مابس. سو هون انه برايكم مين هو الاوثر تبع هول الصور؟ الشيب ولا جوجل ولا العالم اللي طلبوا من جوجل يصوروا؟ يعني معقد القصه. هلا ما في جواب، ما بنعرف اذا، بس انه موست بروبلي ما فينا نعطي انيمال اوثرشيب. هذا تول ايه يعني فيك تقول انه يعني اكثر جواب لوجيك هو انه جوجل هو المسؤول عن الصور لانه هو عم يلقطها للصوره، بس مين عم بيصورها؟ يعني مين مساعده ليصورها؟ اللي هو اخذ الصوره من الارض. يعني هيدي اوثرشيب. اوكي هلا هون الشيء بخوف. هون في فيديو اوكي ايضا اللي هي روبو، بس روبو بيرسم، والرسمه لمين؟ للروبو ولا اللي اخترع الروبو؟ كمان ما في اعطيكم جواب هلا، ما بعرف لانه ما حدا بعد بيعرف اذا بنقدر نعطي جواب لهالشيء اللي عم بيصير. بس رح فرجيكم شكلها ورح فرجيكم شو بتعمل، بس هيك بارتي صغيره.
Hello and welcome to the Art Channel. In this film we're visiting the Design Museum in London to see an exhibition titled ADA, Portrait of the Robot. This is the world's first artist robot using artificial intelligence to make drawings and paintings.
We'll be discussing whether we're looking at a piece of art that makes art, how we can think of art making in the 21st century, and I suppose our relationship with technology.
I am SADER.
So Grace, how do we feel about art made by a robot? I mean, we are, enthusiasts for art made by the human hand and the human eye.
I think it's interesting because at the end of the day, ADA can only do what programmers ask it to do, and I'm being very careful not to call her her. She has been constructed as a female. She wears a dress. She has a very tidy haircut, but the robotic arms are visible. But my understanding is that she or it makes the drawings, and then it's a human artist, somebody called Susie Amory, who turns those drawings into paintings. So, as you said, art made by robots, actually we're looking at art made by humans.
Yeah, she's one of the most advanced robots in the world. We know that because of the cutting edge of technology that she uses. So when she goes and does a picture, she has cameras in her eyes, she's able to look at a portrait or a landscape, take that in, that goes onto the computer vision, the algorithm then interrogate that, and that then goes into real-time coordinates, so she's able to paint or draw.
سو هلا عرفتوا شو القصه، انه في انقاطر اسمها سوزي هي اللي عم ترسم وترجع تظبط لها رسماتها، بس بالاساس هي عم ترسم الرسمات. ف غريبه شوي الخبريه وبعدها كتير جديده علينا. اوكي هلا البعد اغرب هو هيدا الشيء كمان. هيدا الروبو اخترعه شخص اسمه ستيفن تايلر بأمريكا، و اسمه دابس. هيدا الروبو هو شيء AI مزبوط مراد، يعني معمول من اشياء artificial intelligence. هيدا الروبوت اخترع فود كونتينر، يعني هو هيدا الروبوت اخترع شيء. فانا مثل وقتها كنت عم بقول للباتنتس انه شخص بيخترع شيء له ميكانيزم او بيمشي بطريقه معينه، بياخذ عليه باتنت، بيعمل له ريجستريشن. هلا هالمره مش انسان اللي اخترع، هالمره الروبوت اخترع. هيدا اول حدا روبوت، مش حدا، اول ماشين بيتسجل بساوث افريكا، بس قبلوا انه يسجلوا الكرييشن معموله من AI اللي هو دابس الروبوت. هيك كانت اول مره بتصير. وبحيلا بلد تاني جربوا بامريكا، بكندا، بكذا محل ما قبلوا، قالوا انه ما فينا بعد نسجل شيء باسم AI creation مش human creation. بس بساوث افريكا قبلوا انه يسجلوا the first patent صادره عن شخص منه انسان طبيعي natural person. بس هذا الشيء يعني ساوث افريكا اخذت هيدي الانيشيتيف لانه لتشجع البلاد انه يبلشوا يعتمدوا الاي اي ويامنوا فيها انه رح نوصل بشي محل فيها. يعني ما فينا نضل عم ننكر انه نحن ما في فيوتشر بهيدا الدومين. لا بالعكس، يعني بلشوا البلاد الثانيه تبلش تاخذ ان كونسيدراسيون هيدا الموضوع، بس بعد ما في شيء طالع رسمي من حيلا بلد انه فيهم يسجلوا شيء باسم AI لهلا الا بساوث افريكا بهيدا الدومين الباتنتس.
هلا بالكابل اوف سلايدز اللي gonna discover together هو some examples، وحتشوفوا قد ايه عندنا tools related to IP, okay, intellectual property. هلا if you want later on we can email like a list of these tools to you to discover by your own, okay? Because you know this is interesting to know that we have these or we have like this lot of many tools related not directly, let's say, to lawyers. We know that, but we can use or you can use these tools, okay, to help you in your daily routine, okay? Don't be afraid to use these tools. These tools are gonna be something we call like low code. You don't need to code at all, but for sure you need the background to use a tool. You need like a little background of how or what this tool is using to give me this kind of output, okay? This is the idea. Okay, so some examples of big data IP tools. Google, the famous Google one. You can search for that. There's a utility called Google Patents. You can use Google to search for patents, okay? Another example, we can use monitoring tools for the trademark. You know what the trademark is, not me, okay? There are several tools like Clarivate or Search, etc., okay? Again, you may find that these tools are not directly for lawyers. This is for sure, because you are analyzing data. You are not the only group that needs to analyze data, okay? But try to search or try to use tools that are low code, and there are a lot of low code tools. Moving on to copyright monitoring tools like ImageRights, PicScout, Digimark Discover, etc. Another tools that you can use like for the IP asset management, like Anaqua, IP Folio, for example. We have tools for the licensing, royalty management. Okay, you know IP comes with a license, right? Moving on to another application, famous application of big data plus law, of course. We are going to deal with the criminal law and investigations. في عنا حدا specialty بهالموضوع؟ Oh, okay. So you can help me, I think. As a definition of the criminal law, you know, legal framework that governs crimes, their punishment, criminal investigations, we have law enforcement. Okay? And for sure, as a lawyer, like you have to build a case, right? So as to like analyze this situation, crime or not, what are my evidences, etc. Okay? You can use, for sure, big data to help you with this. Now, big data and law enforcement. Okay, how can we use big data and law enforcement? First, it's going to enhance the understanding of criminal networks, criminal activity. It may improve investigative processes, enhance the accuracy of investigations, identify potential suspects. Can you believe that big data can do this? Yes. Yes, we are talking about the final decision, right? So the final decision is up to you. Yeah, for sure. As a lawyer, I can use these tools, but the final decision is up to me. Yes, yes. So you still think that lawyers would be like replaceable? No, never. So we can leverage these tools to spare time for like special cases, yes, but there are a lot of cases still there that need lawyers, for sure, for sure. So we can continue with the tools. Here we have like tools for policing software. We have data mining tools. Now, again, these tools are not just for lawyers. Example, the Orange tool. You can like download the Orange. And having a little background, machine learning, AI, big data, you can use Orange because Orange is a low-code tool. Okay, simple, using the mouse, drag some utilities. Now, when you are going to choose options, if you have the good background, you know how to choose your options, just to make everything like working with the Orange tool. Okay, that's it. Again, some of tools for the fraud detection software, SAS, FICO, Experian, and we can collect digital forensics. There are many tools, as you can see. Link analysis tools. You mentioned something about linking the whole thing together. Okay, analyzing, linking the points together. You can use these tools. Okay, like to follow, let's say, a criminal action. I'm not that professional here, but there are some cases you want to decide if this action, let's say, is a criminal or not. Okay, you just use a couple of these tools to help you analyzing, okay, the steps followed, let's say, by this suspect, and you will decide, okay, this suspect is a criminal or not. There is a criminal action here or not. Okay, I think this is the drill that you use, right, in the criminal action. Moving on to the artificial intelligence. Any questions before we move on to this part? It is the main part, okay, AI. We're gonna introduce AI, talk further about, let's say, machine learning, deep learning, etc. Any questions before we move on? Okay. So, you already defined, I heard a lot of like definitions, they all are good. So AI, you are trying to mimic human intelligence, is the artificial intelligence. I just want to mention these two terms for you, just to think about it later on. We have two like main categories of AI. We can talk about the weak AI, it's not weak literally. And we have the strong AI, okay? So it is about ANI and AGI. Where do you think we are right now? In which category? Yes. Are we in the little bit in the strong? Think about ChatGPT. Do you think ChatGPT is a strong AI? Why? Why is it no? You know that? No. full of capabilities chat GPT يعني حيجننا ما هيك انه كثير اشياء عم بيعملها. Is it strong? Yes. Good point. Again, a good point. Excellent. Yes, it make a moral decision. And you know what? The AGI, the strong artificial intelligence, is not trained at all. Meaning that صار في situation جديد suddenly. إذا كان هيدا strong AI, it will adapt to this new situation automatically. No. من دون ما حدا يتدخل معه. This is a strong AI. Okay? So there is no, really, it's up to research, right? As a strong AI. Now, كل اللي عم نشوفه, we are still in the weak AI, simply because we are still using data. Okay, follow up with me. We use data to train this model, AI model that we call a model. Okay, so as in the future, this model can predict something for us. This is the whole idea. Now, what about the subsets of AI? This should be clear as of today. Okay, I will try to make it clear for you because I know that the majority hear these two words, machine learning, and the other two words, deep learning, right? We all hear about this. Now, let me clarify this once for all. Now, deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So when you are talking about deep learning, it is still a machine that is learning, right? What do you mean by a machine that is learning? So, نرجع شوي لورا. We have data, okay? We have data. We train. What do you mean by train? يعني عندنا model, let's say a smart program, is using this data to learn something. Okay, is that clear? Is the concept clear? We don't anymore like تنقول بدنا نعمل program. We don't code the program. Okay, أعطيني الانبوت, here you go, this is your output. It is not like this. نحن بالmachine learning with deep learning, we have the input, we have the output. يعني as a lawyer, let's say عندك a couple of papers, هودي بجروب معين انت فيك تصنفهم مثلا عم تعمل contract management. I don't know, this like a certain title, okay? Other group of paper, another title, right? هلا لما الانتليجنس اللي عندنا الماشين ليرنينج او الديب ليرنينج تعلموا انت على هودي الداتا، اوكي؟ انت ما عم تعطيه كود، انت you are not programming. مزبوط؟ نحن ما عم نبرمج، نحن عم نقول له لهيدا الالجوريثم اوكي here you go, this is your input, this is your output, please try to investigate a certain pattern, link the input and the output for me. That's it. Okay, بس يقدر يعمل هيك of course certain accuracy. We talked today about accuracy, right? Let's say انه عنده نسبة نقول 80%. It will never be 100%. We'll never reach 100%. نحن إذا عندنا problem that needs 100% of accuracy, we don't use ML و DeepL أصلا. Okay? This concept is clear now. Is it clear? So we need data. Come up with an algorithm. Okay, this algorithm is gonna try to like study the patterns inside the data. Okay, you don't see the patterns. If you see the patterns, you don't need ML or DeepL anymore. Okay, this is the role of machine learning. Now, why there is machine learning, deep learning? Simply because deep learning is a deep level of recognizing patterns. Okay, there are some problems that are much difficult. You have like a huge amount of data. You cannot use machine learning. Okay, because it will saturate. يعني كتير data على machine learning ما بطل يعمل شيء. We need deep learning. Deep learning is mimicking our brain. Neural network. Excellent. ما بدي كتير فوت. بس إنه هن artificial neural networks نحن we can go deeper. Why? Because نحن فينا نحط layers, let's say layers, a layer after a layer. Why we do this? Because we want to get deeper in the data. أنا بدي أعمل discovery أكتر لباترنز أكتر أنا مش شايفهم ولا الماشين ليرنينج كهاير level شايفهم. Okay, so we need to use deep learning. Now, moving on, just an introduction of something called supervised learning. Remember the case of the data إنه نحن عنا الانبوت والoutput. This is supervised. Okay, عم تشتغل بكرايم سين عندك pictures. أنت قادر من البوليس تعرف إنه this crime is for this case, this picture is for this case, right? So your images are labeled already. يعني أنت عارف الانبوت والoutput. This is called supervised. Okay? Now, بركي أنا عندي data، أنا عم جمع data بس مش عارف شو بدي أعمل فيهم. I don't know. I don't have any idea شو في information inside the data. I don't know. As a lawyer عم بتجمع عند هيدي الكيس مش عارف هاي الكيس شو قصتها. Then you can use the unsupervised learning. Unsupervised يعني ما عنا output. I don't know the outcome. Okay? I can use the unsupervised to like analyze this data. Try to know the patterns inside this data. Now, what about reinforcement learning? Any idea? Just as a general information. Reinforcement learning, what is that? Yes. Excellent. It is like playing a game. You are playing a game, right? You want to reach from point A to point B. When you are like moving, there are a couple of obstacles in your way, okay? When you hit an obstacle, you will learn next time not to hit this obstacle. You will select another path, okay? So it is learning during the action, okay? The environment will respond back to me, okay, I'm doing good or bad. Okay, أكيد إذا فضل الحياة يعني I'm doing bad, right? So next time I learn أخذ different path. Okay, this is reinforcement learning. Machine learning. Yes, for sure, for sure. He was asking إنه الchat GPT فيها reinforcement learning كمان. Yes, the answer is yes, for sure. You know why? Because ChatGPT is learning from us, right? It's learning from us, from our questions, from our prompting. How are we asking ChatGPT? It is learning, okay, by experience. So be careful how you are using ChatGPT, how you are, right, posing questions. Now, moving on to the deep learning, as we said, deep learning patterns. This figure here, as you can see, summarizes the difference between machine learning and deep learning, okay? Where do you think we are now? In the red line or in the blue line? Why? Because it's like bigger? Yes, excellent answer, excellent. You know, we have a large amount of data. So why keeping in the machine learning part, whereas we can go deeper and deeper. We have a lot of data. Excellent. These are the common types: computer vision, reinforcement learning, and NLP. Now, before diving into these, where do you think or where do you find yourselves? In the NLP, in the computer vision, or in the RL? As lawyers, yes, the majority of you will use this, okay? Any tool that is digging into your legal documents, okay, text documents, voice as well, is considered as NLP, okay? Yes, there's a part, but I'm thinking about the majority of the work would be like in the NLP, This is the OCR we were talking about. This is an application of a computer vision. Can you tell me what is going on in this picture? What are we doing? What is that? Okay, it is trying to recognize digits. This is a computer vision application. What about this? Excellent. It is face recognition. Okay? What about this? We all use this, by the way. Yes, Siri. Excellent. Alexa, you name it. This is voice and speech recognition. Very good. What is this? Other than classification, yes. It is called? Yes, excellent. Regression. We are trying to predict the next number, let's say, the next value. Okay? What is this? I know it is a cow, but what you are doing? Yes, this image enhancing. So after your intelligent system now is trained on these images, it will know the noisy image. It doesn't have to be enhanced at all. It will recognize this image without any enhancement. The computer vision. Okay, you already know this. Now, what is the difference between image processing and computer vision? Can you tell me the difference before moving to the slide, please? Yeah.
Image processing, we have input as an image and we have to label it.
Yes, that is part of an answer. Yes, for sure. So when we are using image processing, your input is an image, your output is another image. Just let's say I want to rotate the image. It is image processing. I want to make this image brighter. It is image processing. Now, with computer vision, we are using the AI capability to understand the image as we do. Okay? So when I told you what is this image about, it is computer vision. You are analyzing the image. You can tell me that this image is the image of this object. You can point this to that object, where that object is. This is something we call object detection. Okay, so image processing, yes, it is a part of computer vision. Yes, we can use image processing as a part. But do you understand the difference now? Image processing and computer vision. Okay? Sorry? Yes, excellent. And you know, this is the flow. You see the part of image processing? It is a part of the computer vision, right? So we process the image. This image is then used in the computer vision model, and we have our results. You see here different, what? Elimination of the picture. Do you think that we are adding data here? We are like, yes, it is lighting, it is image processing, but yes, it is useful for our model. Why? Because we are, by, let's say, applying different degrees of elimination, we are letting this intelligent system learn more. So when this AI software, let's say, tries to detect or to classify this image, it will know how to classify it. Why? Why? Sorry? Excellent, because it has seen an example of this one. Very good. This is the idea. As lawyers, train the model, let's say, I train the model on this specific cases. If I show this model another case completely different, it will not help me. Okay? This is the same thing here. Now, in this image, what is happening? This is a challenge for the artificial intelligence. Do you think we still like able to detect the cat? For us, yes. What do you think about the computer vision? It can be fooled, yes. If it is trained on a couple of these cases, yes, it may be. Excellent. Yes, yes. What about this one? It is a cat, it is a monkey. We know, we really know that. But it is really a challenge for the computer, for the AI system to know, right? Is it a cat eating a banana? Is it a monkey? Okay? So, excellent. Because classification is a thing, and understanding is another thing, right? It's completely different. Yeah, sure. So this is the usual, let's say, plan that we do for any image classification. So this is in our word, okay? So what we are doing here, we have a couple of images, okay? What can you tell me about this structure now, after all what we talked about? What is this? Yes, neural network, convolutional. I'm not talking about convolutional for sure right now. And of course, we have our output. Okay? So this is what deep learning is all about. Do you think it is funny, easy? What do you think? Yeah. لا, it's not about this, يا ريت. I was explaining, let's say, what we do if we want to classify these images. What do we do? Okay, so you have your images, your program. This is the program here. Okay. لا, believe me, it's not like that. When you get used to that, you will tell me, please, I want more, I want to learn more. And today you're gonna find that there is not like this a huge difference between a lawyer and a coder. We will arrive to this later on today. This is another application, computer vision. This one, we all use this application. What is this? An idea other than Photoshop? Yes. Excellent. Face recognition. Every time I want to unlock the phone using my face, it is using the landmarks of my face. It's not like image classification. No, it is learning the details of my face. Okay? Because if it is so, it is like a simple image. I can bring the image of you in front of this phone and it will open. Okay? So we call this, or these, landmarks. What about this? Yes, segmentation. What we are doing here, the image is composed of what? Yes, pixels. In this example, we are classifying each pixel inside the image. Okay? This is different from image classification. Image classification, you are classifying the whole image, right? This one, we are classifying the pixels. Now you can see that every object in the video here is distinct now. We can distinguish each object alone, right? This is called image segmentation. Where can we use this? Yes, excellent. Automatic driving, for sure. The car that is driving itself using image segmentation to identify the environments. Hopefully إنه ما تغلط بالcolors لأنه يعني you know. Can you trust this kind of cars? This is why in autonomous cars, autonomous vehicles, there are levels of trust. You can anytime take control. Okay? The final example, I think it is about object detection. What are we doing here? I imagine you can tell me, right? Excellent. It is not like just about classification. I'm telling you where is the position, yes, for each object. Okay?